In the National Assembly, I want to talk about before we leave the House, the National Assembly. Senator Oshiomhole was given an interview on a podcast in the course of the past few days, and was talking about some decisions being arrived at by, some members are not present, but they forged their signatures to arrive at, Is that possible that, I talked about this Ogene issue, yes, that signatures were appended, even allegations of money. Do you know any of this?
Well, barely a week ago, no, I think that on the same Sunday, 14th of June, the same former Governor Oshiomhole had also, in responding on the podcast with Ogene, did say that himself and Mr. P2B were governors at the same time, and that his security record was better than that of Mr. Obi.
Can you false that?
By
Anambra was engulfed with all kinds of security crises.
No. By 100 miles, P2B was several light years ahead of Oshiomhole. First, he got his facts all mixed up. He said it was under Mr. P2B that the Bakassi boys were running riots in Anambra. That was capital false. The Bakassi boys came in from Abia State to help in the security situation under former Governor Dr. Chinwoke Mbadnuju. And even after the 4-year tenure of Chinwoke Mbadnuju, there was a 3-year hiatus of the administration led by Dr. Chris Ngige before Mr. P2B in 2006. And by the time Chris Ngige was governor, the Bakassi boys issue, was off the slate. So he got it wrong on that score. Then, Mr. P2B, that he talks about his security records. He also said that it was during the tenure of immediate past Governor Obiano that the demolition of houses as deterrence for kidnapping offenses was started. False. It was started by Mr. P2B. I'm glad that I've put out a statement on that and he hasn't responded. But let me even extend it. The current talk about state police, for which the National Assembly, the House of Representatives and the Senate did pass last Thursday, June 11, 2026, was started by Mr. P2B. How? In the 177 communities in Anambra State, Mr. P2B provided Hillock security vehicles for every single community. He equipped them with weapons, established vigilantes registered with the police and the government, was paying these vigilantes, drove away criminals, including the dreaded one, Evans, had to run away from Anambra to Lagos. All these...
Evans, the kidnapper, was originally based in...
Yes. It was because of these actions that he took flight, and several others like him. We didn't have these issues. Today, how many years after, the Nigerian state is now going to community policing, which Mr. P2B pioneered in this republic. On the flip side, what was happening in Edo, nearby Edo State? In 2013, thereabouts, even Governor Adams' principal private secretary, your principal private secretary is one of the closest persons, 44-year-old Olaito, was murdered in front of his wife and children. As chief security officer, I don't know what Governor Adams did about it. Rather, he was more notorious for demolishing the houses of political opponents, engaging in brickbats with a traditional institution. The Onoje of Uromi quickly comes to mind, and removing the ceiling, the roofing of the State House of Assembly because he thought they were going to impeach you. Mr. P2B will never descend to that level of street brawl he enthroned civility in Anambra State, such that, you know that per square meter, Anambra has more billionaires than any state in Nigeria. But these billionaires that were lords unto themselves before the coming of P2B, with mere civility, Mr. P2B made Anambra home for all, a place for everybody, you know, to act within the law. Before P2B, I don't want to mention names, but Anambra was notorious politically. But during the 8-year reign of Mr. P2B, you can hardly count to any politically associated death. But you know, you asked about register in the Senate. You know,
how motions are passed, how decisions are taken, is it, you know, bribery, forgery?
No. You know, when people cry foul over nothing, Senator Adams Oshiomhole, you know, eats his words like candies. You make an allegation today, the next day you are made to eat your words. But I am not surprised. In modern times, I don't know how many people bear the name Adam. When you call Adam, the mind goes back to the garden of Eden. Maybe he's still living in that garden. But I dare say that, you know, your reputation goes ahead of you. Here is a man who, upon the inauguration of the 10th National Assembly, in July, just 1 month after, he did make an allegation and called departing members of the Ninth Assembly that they were all criminals and thieves, that they had looted their offices. 2 days after, Senator Adeola Olamilekon, Senate House Committee Chair on Appropriation, citing a breach of his privilege because he was also of that assembly, raised the matter on the floor of the Senate. And guess what? Senator Adams Oshiomhole had to apologize. Even in the recent instance, where he clearly stated that 3 members, that he knows of 3 members who didn't sign the Ethics Committee report to suspend Senator Natasha Uduaghan, even naming one of them as Ireti Kingibe. On one side, that means that whatever you discuss with your colleague, whatever you discuss with Senator Adams, will never stay with him. But we also have seen Senator Ireti come to deny that. And even Senator Adams himself coming out to say that that was not what he was quoted for something he said on camera. So I don't know where to. And 2, the NNPC incident, he also called them thieves. So I don't know whether because of his trade union background, once you put a microphone before him, he goes off tangent. But I'm not bothered because all of Nigerians know that he lacks emotional intelligence. How do I mean? This is a man as governor who told a widow who had knelt before him to plead that her seized goods be released. What came out of him? Go and die.
Honorable Senator is not here to defend himself, so let's
invite him.
Let's leave Senator Adams alone.